Hello class, I was asked today how to do linear regression in the TI-84 calculator. So this is what we need to do. The first thing you need to do in order to do linear regression is you must have an X and Y value, or as we commonly know it as an L1 and an L2 value. So once you have that value, okay, so this is what we would do with the L1 and L2. So I'm going to make up some values for L1 and L2. Let's say the L1 is 5, 6, 7, 8, and L2 is 22.6, 38.9, 45.6, and 98.7. Okay, so now we have these values. Now we want to type this into the calculator. So we would press stat, and then after you press stat, you will press enter. Now, if you have any values in L1 or L2, I'm going to type in some values to show you what you would do if you have values in L1 and L2. Okay, now, okay, so we got 9, let's see, we could do 8, and then we could do, let's see, 5 and 2. Now remember, I just made up these values here just to show you what you would do if you already had values in L1 and L2. So you will go up to L2 and press clear, press the down arrow, and that will clear out all of your values. You will go up and to the right to L1, press clear, press the down arrow. Now you cleared out all of the values. Now let's enter the values that we have here. So L1 to be 5, 6, 7, and 8. And L2 would be 22.6, 38.9, 45.6.
Is that 98? For 8, is that 98.7 or what?
Is 98.7. Okay, so now we entered these four values. Now that we've entered these four values, this is the next step you would do. Remember, L1, just to reiterate this, L1 is always your X value and L2 is always your Y value. So now to find the linear regression, we will press stat again. So you'll press stat again after you enter all this information. Press the right arrow to calculate. Now if you look here at the number 4, it says linear regression. So you will press the number 4, and then you will press enter until you get to where it says calculate, and press enter on calculate. Now these are the values that you would get here. So now, what you would do is substitute. So we would have, so you know, with a lot of our problems, we have like f of t, h of t, which is all y. So let's just say we would have y is equal to, now a represents your slope, which would be 23.5, and then that'll be x, and then we will have our y, which is b. Now here is negative, so we'll put minus 101.3. So we're done. Now, of course, if you dealt with f of t, g of t, or some form like that, you will write that in place of y, and your x will become a t. Now, if you have any other questions, please, you can email me, and it will be no problem asking your question. But does the class have any questions in regards to linear regression? Now, one other thing with your project, if it told you to round to 3 decimal places, even though the calculator ends at 1 decimal place, you would just add 2 zeros at the end to make it 3 decimal places. Does everyone follow that? All right, so that is it for linear regression. Okay, the question was asked about R squared and R. You do not have to worry about that in this course, but just to let you know, the main thing you will end up using when you go to the next course is the R squared. That just tells the strength of the relationship of this equation and the linear line. So that's basically what it says.